Let's tell an African money story. A tale about how the resourcefulness of one democratic Nigerian leader, Olusegun Obasanjo, has led to the recovery of billions looted by another infamous military leader. Millennials and anyone born after us were told ghastly stories of the loot that Sani Abacha has pillaged out of Nigeria. Monies speculated to amount to about $5 billion, which were hidden away with the knowledge and full aid of European banks. He is a military leader for 5 years, from 93 to his unexpected death in June 98. He is a father of 10, and that's all we would say concerning this infamous leader. Former President of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, contracted the services of one Swiss lawyer, Enrico Monfrini, in September 1999, 5 months after assuming office as president of the country. Here is the job description prescribed by the president to the lawyer. Can you find the money? Can you block the money? Can you arrange that this money be returned to Nigeria? To which Mr. Monfrini replied in the affirmative, although he hadn't any such work experience at the time. To start with, documents entailing Swiss bank accounts, which held a part of the $1.5 billion, as was believed to be the tune of the amount in 98, were handed over to the lawyer by the police. To compare, the entire revenue generated by Nigeria in 98 was $1.16 billion. Abacha will ask any of his officials to put in a phony request for any amount. Reason for request whimsical, cite a security issue. He would say, he approves the request and voila, the central bank pays. Sometimes trucks haul the looted national treasure away. Remember the documents handed to Mr. Monfrini we mentioned earlier? It offered him clues to other bank accounts. The lawyer argued that ex-President Abacha's family and their associates formed a criminal empire. Attorney General of Switzerland issued a directive to all Swiss banks to disclose any accounts opened under Abacha's name or names or any known aliases, to which 95% complied within 2 days. The revelation uncovered a network of accounts scattered all over the world, territories including Bahamas, Nassau, Cayman Island. Finding the money was the quicker part, says Mr. Monfrini. Returning it, however, was a different matter. Some monies were returned from Switzerland after 5 years. It took them 2 days to declare their assets, 5 years for some and not all, to return some part and not all of the money. Delays were attributed partially to Swiss lawyers arguing that the monies will be stolen again if repatriated. Understandable but laughable at the same time. If I took something that belonged to you, I have to return it, irrespective of what you used that artifact for. In between 2005 and 2007, an amount of $508 million found in Abacha's family's many accounts in Swiss banks was sent to Nigeria. By 2018, Switzerland alone had returned an amount of $1 billion. Other countries were much more adamant over repatriating their loot, like Liechtenstein. Eventually, however, they returned $277 million in 2014. Well, when people fight so hard over something that shouldn't belong to them in the first place, it's a telltale sign that they need it more than they let on. Last year, amidst the pandemic in 2020, an amount of $308 million held in Channel Island of Jersey finally got back home to Nigeria. This only came after the Nigerian authorities agreed that the money will be used specifically to help finance the construction of the second Niger Bridge, the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, and the Abuja-Kano Road. Paul Kagame, president of Rwanda, has however said that Africa does not require any adult supervision. What we are looking for is cooperation. Mr. Monfreni insists some countries are yet to return the loot. Jersey, for one, is still sitting on $18 million. The UK and France are expected to cough up about $30 million and $114 million respectively. The lawyer still sustains doubt if that is the extent of this worldwide cooperation. In total, Mr. Monfreni says his work has secured the restitution of just more than $2.4 billion. Thank you to ex-President Olusegun Obasanjo. 20 years after making this attempt, his efforts are still yielding fruits. To the world powers, France, UK, are you not equally complicit in this worldwide corruption? It's a question I often find myself asking. I wonder if someone wears the Abacha name with confidence, especially those who are directly complicit in this loot. And as for lawyer Monfreni, thank you. You have earned the 4% pay that you get on the $2.4 billion repatriated so far, based on an article written on the 28th of January 2021 and published by the BBC.